Rotate with the ball, so you're guarding the ball. Now the ball's here. Okay, stop. Rotation of the ball. Ball's here. Now you're moving in. Okay? Your back's to the baseline. You're moving in. Wide stance, pointing at ball, pointing at man. So when this player comes this way, I stunt, I recover. Okay? That's how it goes. But you don't rotate with the ball, so look. Now you're not in the gaps, and now this player's able to do whatever he wants, and it's an easy jumper. Back to the baseline. Stop. Look at this. Back to the baseline. Pointing at man, pointing at ball. In a wide stance. Not taking my eye off either. When your back is to the sidelines, you're susceptible to this happening. It's still drop coverage, okay? You're still in drop coverage. You're just dropping the big higher. So what do you want this player to do? I mean, if this player stays and comes all the way, look at this. See, you give this guard a lot more space to move. So really, what's this player going to do? Is he going to slide in all the way here and allow this skip pass to get made? I mean, so again, it's a dunk. Now, what does hedging do? Okay? The key part with hedging is that up. Now, first of all, you've cut this ball handler's dribble off. The second this ball handler does anything other than attack off this big's hip, this big can recover back. That's number one. Hesitate, pick up dribble, bring dribble back, whatever. And look at this roll. You're rolling right into this backside help anyways. So just hedge this ball screen. Instead, you run drop coverage and you give that guard all the space to operate, and the backside defender can't stay long enough, and it's a dunk. You got to guard this screen. I mean, this isn't much of a screen, but it's enough. Look, knocks this player just enough off, so now Kyle Kuzma's able to get it, go right into the lane. Again, I mean, let's take a look. Let's zoom in. It's barely a screen. It's just a little bit, but that's just enough. Look at the angle. Now Kyle Kuzma has the angle. So you got to defend this screen. Again, hedge, push this ball out. The second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble or brings his dribble back, I can recover. But look at backside help is literally standing and waiting right here. Okay? But instead, you don't guard really the ball screen at all. It's enough of a ball screen to knock Evan Mobley, not able to guarding him one-on-one, and it leads to two. Where are you getting beat? Okay, stop right here. Look at how you're angling him away from where's your gap help is right here. This player needs to get over a little bit and have his back totally to the baseline. Pointing at ball, pointing at man, wide stance, not taking his eye off either. Okay? I want to angle my body this way, so he has to come this way, right into a gap defender. Stunt, recover. Okay? But you allow him to go away from gap help, so now it's just straight to the rim and an and one. Stagger screen, here you go. This is how you defend a stagger screen. Okay, you're going under the first, over the second. This player here is going to show so that this player can't just curl straight off these two. Okay, that means the second one he has to go out well, not that much, but he has to go out a little bit so that when you go under, now you can chase over the second one. But look at this. You go over the first one, so now there's already separation. Where if you go under, okay, now there's no separation. And then you got to show. This big has to show. So you don't do anything right here. So it's just right off a stagger into a layup. So, I mean, I guess you're in drop coverage here because look what happens. This big is dropping towards the ball, leaving his man able to just roll right inside the charge circle, and look how easy this offensive rebound is. So, I mean, again, look at if you just hedge this screen. This right here, okay? This screen right here, all right? Push this guard out this way. Where's this player going? The backside help is right here, literally standing there. So just hedge this first ball screen. Don't be in drop coverage. Because when you're in drop coverage, you let this player roll right to the rim, and it's just an easy putback for two. Your angle isn't great, but you can see where you're allowing yourself to get beat. Away from the gap help. Okay? So right here, right now, why is your body not angled? This player's man is out here, so he can do whatever he wants. He can come all the way over here, okay, back to the baseline, and you just send him this way. There's no place for him to go. Stunt, recover. But yet again, you get beat away from gap help, so it's just a straight line drive and a two-shot foul. Yeah, I mean, again, I would just hedge here. Again, stop. Ball screen is set. First of all, if you're hedging, this player's got to get up to close off this area so you can't split through. And then again, just hedge this screen. Okay? Look at this player. He's walking right into backside help. Just hedge the screen. But you switch the screen. It's a bad switch. This player comes over too far, which means he's going to get beat backdoor, and you end up again with a two-shot Wizards foul. In drop coverage here, okay? You're dropping the big high. Here's the problem, okay? This player can't move all the way over here because his man's going to lift, and if he does, then it's swing going to be here. It's going to be a wide open three. So you have no backside help, so of course this happens. So look at the difference if we hedge. Stop. So you're hedging right now, okay? Up the line. Push this ball handle out this way, okay? Where's he going? He's walking right into backside help right here. Brad Beal's dribble is getting cut off, and the second he hesitates, brings his dribble back, picks his dribble up, this player can go back and recover. So I'm pressuring Bradley Beal by pushing him out to half court, okay? And the backside defender's right there. But you're in this drop coverage, so now it looks totally different, and layup. Can't lean towards the screen. Stop. Make this player use this screen. When you lean towards this screen early, like this player's doing, now it's an easy ball screen refusal, drive to the rim for two. Oh my God. Here's a cross screen. Stop. What is Kevin Love doing? Your man, you got to see your man. He's setting a cross screen. So I need to come over here and jam this player as he comes through the cross screen to knock him off a spot. So this player has time to get on the other side. When you don't jam the man coming through the cross screen, that happens. Wide open layup. All right, so you're trying to run drop coverage on a pick and pop. Anytime you do that, you're going to be just giving up practice threes like right here. Okay? I mean, Jesus, that's like a warm-up shot. All right, so let's take a look at how we want to defend this. Here's how you hedge a pick and pop. Okay? When this ball screen gets set, this player's up. Okay? When this player pops, this player comes up. All of this is happening in unison, okay, what I'm describing. This player then comes over here, okay? If a skip pass is made here, you're over here, okay? This player slides down, then the man that's hedging comes over here, okay? All of that's in unison, all of it. As you're hedging, this player's up. This is what happens. This player's moving over here. This is when things happen in unison. If a skip pass is made here, this player's moving here. While that skip pass is being made, this player's rotating down. While that skip pass is being made, the man that went to hedge just moves over there. That's how you hedge a ball screen and actually have some backside help. But you run drop coverage, and I mean, Jesus Christ, wide open. Can't sag like this, and there's no reason to, okay? Get up right here. Up. Force this player this way. There's no place for him to go, okay? Right now, this player should be yelling, I got your gap, I got your gap. And now you're cutting the court off, and you're forcing Bradley Beal this way, where there's absolutely no place to go. But you don't cut his dribble off and send him anywhere. You end up just sagging, and so here's a wide open three. Right, this is very basic. I don't know how this happened. So right here, okay? Your man is here. Right now, all you're doing right now is, look, Bradley Beal's put the ball on the floor. You're going over the top right now, okay? You're not underneath, right? So right now, Bradley Beal catches it, okay? Your man's shifting this way. When you're going this way, and as you're going this way, you're going to stunt to get Bradley Beal's dribble picked up. Going underneath does not do anything, okay? You want to go, so, okay, again, Bradley Beal catches the ball, okay? So now you're just coming over the top, okay? And when he puts the ball, as you're coming over the top, you stunt, get this dribble picked up, okay? And then fly back to your man. But instead, you allow Bradley Beal to keep his dribble alive, and of course, it's a disaster. You rotate with the ball. Okay, the ball's in the corner. Stop. The ball's in the corner. So right here, you're halfway. Right now, I'm halfway between the ball and the three-point line. Okay? This player needs to get up, send this man this way, where I can stunt, get the dribble picked up, and easily recover because I don't have to move at all. I'm not moving my feet at all. I'm already in position. Instead, you get beat baseline where there's no gap help, and it's a layup. You're going to trap the post. You got to take out one pass away. So right now, Kevin Love's taking this player. This player's now needs to get up and is responsible for these two Wizards players 2 passes away. If one of them cuts through, you got to go with them. Okay? Look at this trap. See? We're taking out 1 pass away. Why is this player standing here? Up. Okay? Responsible for these two Wizards. When this player cuts, you need to be able to go with him because now he's 1 pass away and you have to deny 1 pass away. So now we're just going to say, you know what, that's a very difficult pass to make. Okay, we're fine with that. But you can't leave anything open 1 pass away. And that's exactly what the Cavs do, and it results in a layup. A double right here on a straight ISO, which is fine. But again, your rotations, you cannot double and then try and get back out. Here's the rotation. First of all, what is this player doing? Okay, here's your rotation. Let's get back to where they're doubling. Okay, so right now, you just need to stay in double. Okay, if this pass gets kicked out here, this player's rotating here. This player needs to be up the line. Okay, because then he's rotating onto this man. Look what this man does. His man cuts. So really what needs to happen here is this player's rolling here, this player's up the line and rotating here, and if he cuts, you're rolling with him, okay? And then this player then rotates here, and this player rotates onto this last Washington Wizards player there, okay? That's how your rotations are done. But, I mean, this player here isn't rotating at all because he's all the way down here, so this player is just going to cut, and it's going to be right into a 2-shot foul for Washington. Bad transition defense. Okay, the ball's in the air. Okay, the ball's in the air right now. Washington has it. This player needs to be sprinting in a straight line. Sprint in a straight line. Do not sprint towards the middle. That's how you can guarantee yourself you'll be behind this player. Sprint in a straight line. Straight line. And then you can come over and cut them off around the 3-point line or somewhere beneath. Okay? But again, watch what happens. They look at this player going down the middle. So now you can guarantee that you're never going to be able that you're behind him. And now this player is going to go right to the rim and an easy layup. Again, drop coverage. You're giving up a 2-on-1. Let's take a look. So now this big is right there. There's no backside help. It's a 2-shot foul. All right. This ball screen defense is so awful. Okay, let's take a look right here. Okay, so I'm hedging. Push this guard out this way. Okay, where's this player rolling to exactly? There's a backside defender right here. Okay, where's he rolling to? The backside help is literally standing and waiting right here. Okay, but instead you're going to give this guard the lane and create a little 2-on-1 here, and this is just a mess. And it ends up being a 2-shot foul for Washington, of course. Bad transition defense right here. Okay, so here comes a turnover. Okay, Washington has the ball. Sprint, 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 sprint back. Okay, look at this. This ball's clearly going to Washington. Get back. But nope, this player's going to stop for I don't know what reason. So now instead of being here, it's a wide open 3. Just disastrous. Don't sag. Never sag. Okay, stop. Don't sag. Get up. All right, this player can move in a little bit. Well, no, we want a wide stance right here. Okay, we want to get up, and this player we are guiding him this way, and we are showing our hands. Okay, and he is working for every step. When you sag off, you just let this player get into his moves early. Up and guide him this way. This player here, wide stance. All right, wide stance. Pointing at ball, pointing at man. So when this player comes, but the key is you can't sag. Because, by the way, this player can get up the line a little bit, okay? Because now I'm guiding him this way. I can stunt right here and recover. But look because you sag, look what happens. Now we're not able to get into the gaps till the ball's already in the lane. And it's just going to lead to 2. Horrendous gamble in transition. Look at this gamble. Just sprint back. Sprint, 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 sprint back. Don't go for this gamble right here. Because look at if you had sprinted back. And now you're here. Okay? Now this player can get up and send him this way. And there's no place to go. You're right there in the gaps. But you're all the way out here. So now, and this player's sagging anyway, so it's right to the rim for 2. This stupid drop coverage. Look at this. We get a 2-on-1 again. Look at this. So now look at there. There's a snake dribble, 2-on-1, and now this is wide open for a dunk. Okay, so why am I giving Bradley Beal the lane? Up, hedge this way. This player slides over and backside help. If a swing pass is made here, this player should be able to recover. That's hedging. Okay? If this player slides and backside help on this hedge and this player cuts, it's just cutter, cutter, cutter. This player here would then slide down. Okay? And then this player would come over here and X out on this side of the floor. Okay? But keep the guard out of the lane. You push him out this way. Remember, the second Bradley Beal hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, is doing anything other than attacking off the man's hedging's hip, then this player can recover. Okay, so we're probably going to be able to recover in time. Anyways, but you're just giving up the lane, and it's just like, what do you think's going to happen? Here we go. More drop coverage, same result. Create a 2-on-1, give up a lob. So again, right here, please hedge. Okay, look at right here. Hedge this ball screen. Push this player out. Okay, remember, the second this player isn't attacking off the man hedging's hip, he's bringing his dribble back, he's hesitating, he stops, picks up his dribble, then this player can start to recover back. But look at this. Hedge, and you got a backside defender right here. The skip pass is made, okay, easy recovery, okay? But, I mean, again, you're in this drop coverage that is just what are you doing? And this isn't much of a screen, but it's enough to knock this player off his spot, and now this player is able to reverse and get into the lane. So, again, you can hedge. You can always hedge if you execute it properly. Hedge. Backside help. Slide down. Occupy these two Wizards 2 passes away. Okay, and you're fine. Keep Bradley Beal out of the lane. But instead, you just don't guard this ball screen at all, and now this player's out of position to guard Bradley Beal, and it leads to 2. Again, don't go stop right here. Just sprint back, sprint back, sprint back, sprint back. Make sure you're ahead of this player here. This player, same thing. Sprint, wide, 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 wide. Get to as close as you can to this player here. This player right here just needs to sprint back. Why? Because he just needs to delay this enough so that this trailer can get back. But this player is basically gambling by going towards the ball, so now there's no one to guard Brad Beal in transition. Again, you run drop coverage, and again, look what happens. That forces help, and that opens up the three-point line. So please get out of this stupid ball screen defense. Okay? See, look what I want to do right now. Okay? Oh my God, look at how easy this hedge is. Hedge, push him out. Where's this player going? The backside help is right here. There's no place for this player to go. Okay? But you're in stupid drop coverage, giving Brad Beal the lane, forcing help, and wide open 3. Again, you run drop coverage on Bradley Beal. This is like comedy at this point. So you give Bradley Beal the lane, and it's a jumper. What? Stop! All right? So here, right now, hedge. Very simple. Hedge, backside help. This player's responsible for both Wizards players 2 passes away. And you're pushing Bradley Beal outside the lane. Okay? But instead, you just continue to give Brad Beal the lane, and it continues to not work. All right, strong side ISO, but you have to rotate. This player can't be just doubling and then going back, okay? So right here, all right, this pass gets made. This player's rotating up, all right? I don't know what this player's doing. He needs to be up the line, and this player needs to be here. There's no need to be standing here towards the rim. You have a double team right here, okay? So as soon as this pass gets made, this player would be up the line. This player right here would be up the line and then rotating up. And then this player up the line rotating here. And then as all this happens, this player rotates onto this last option. But the Cavs don't even come close to getting any of these rotations right. And it's going to lead to an and one for Washington. Hideous transition defense. Let's take a look. Stop. What are these Cavs players doing? How? You got to communicate. You don't get back to random spots on the floor. You get back to a body. How is nobody getting back to a body right here? What are you? This is just standing in This is just standing in the middle of nothing. Okay, at least get back to the 3-point line. So when this ball gets swung, sprint back to this 3-point line. So when the ball gets swung here, you can just simply rotate over there. Okay, but I mean, this is no communication. This is just getting back to random spots on the floor, not bodies. And now this player is just going to get it, and it's going to be a dunk. Okay, this is a terrible switch. I mean, look at this right here, this dribble handoff. What does this player do? How is this player dropping so much? You're just letting your man walk right into the lane, get you in the air, and it's a 2-shot foul. What would I want to do here? First of all, I want to guard this down screen the right way. Okay? So right here, we got a down screen. This player should be staying attached and showing. So this player has to go out a little bit, and this chase can work. See, there's already some separation here because you didn't handle this down screen the right way. So handle the down screen the right way first, and then you hedge. Because why? Because where's this player going? The backside help is literally right here. Okay? There's nothing to talk about. There's your backside help. Okay? But you have an awful switch. I don't, this is just, what is that? All right, so you're going to run drop coverage again, and so now this player's dropping to the ball, so there's no way you can guard this down screen, so it's just going to lead into an easy curl off a down screen for 3. Now, look at if we hedge this screen. Remember, this all has to happen in unison, okay? So, all right, if you hedge this ball screen and you're pushing this guard out, okay? You're up, right? You're pushing this guard out this way. Okay, so first of all, keep in mind that the second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble, brings his dribble back, this player can then start recovering back. But, I mean, they're probably, if you're hedging, they're not going to run a down screen here. Because what does that do? Nothing. This player is just going to doesn't need to chase because he's just stepping up here anyways. And so if this player is coming this way, you're just going to be basically having 2 guys on top of each other. Okay? So let's say that this player stands put and this player pops. Okay? Hedge. Okay? This player slides over. Okay? This player here needs to get up the line, and on a skip pass is over here. Now, if a skip pass is made here, this is all in unison right now. A skip pass is made here, this player's up. In unison, this player is then this player's already got to kind of go towards the middle of the floor, okay? And then in unison, as the skip pass is made, this player needs to go here, okay? And the man that went to coming backside help on the air time of the skip pass needs to get down over here, okay? And then this player recovers. That's how that works, okay? So now you have a chance, but you run drop coverage and there's no one to defend the down screen and it's a wide open 3. Okay, the Wizards run a ball screen here that the Cavs do nothing about, so it's a dunk, all right? Let's see what happens here. What do you want to do? All right, you can hedge this screen pretty easily. Why? Look at this. Hedge this screen. Your backside defender is literally right here. There's nothing to worry about. Push this player to the sideline. I have backside help right here. You're done. But the Cavs here's a ball screen comes. Let's not do anything about it, and it's a dunk. Okay, so let's go away from hedging. First of all, the Cavs, again, are in drop coverage, and again, it's a disaster. I mean, it's just funny at this point, honestly. But so we'll take a look at, what if we switch this screen? Okay, let's forget talking about hedging. Let's say you switch this screen. Well, first of all, this player's got to get underneath, right? This player's up, okay? Bring him to the middle here. And then all you're doing is sending him this way, right into gap help, okay? You're switching, coming off this screen, you're up, and then you're sending him right into gap help this way, okay? This player's underneath. You got to battle for real estate, battle for real estate, battle for real estate now, okay? But that's how you switch this screen. But stop doing drop coverage, please. At some point, when is it going to end? Stop. Right now you're fine. Back to the baseline. It should be wide stance, arms out, pointing at man, pointing at ball. You're never taking your eye off either for more than a second, okay? But when your head isn't on a swivel and you're ball watching, this happens. Look at this. Look at how far over this player is, and it's a layup. Okay, so they're going to ISO the floor for Kyle Kuzma right here. Okay, so the double team does not come here. Get out over there. Here's where the double team comes. You got to send them to the middle of the court. And then the rotations are quite easy. Okay, rotate here. This player's up the line. Rotates here. This player again. Up the line, rotates here. And then you rotate onto this last Wizards option right here. But you're going to try and double like underneath the rim. I don't understand what's going on, and you don't send him anywhere, and you just get smoked, and it's 2 points. Okay, so again, drop coverage right here, and I mean, again, you give up an open jumper. So, okay, so again, this ball screen defense is absolutely disgusting. All right, so let's say you switch this screen. We're going to go away from hedging, okay? Now I'm underneath here. Now I'm over the top here. Okay, this player needs to get up the line, okay? But when this player comes off the screen, I'm just sending him this way where there's no place to go because I have a gap defender right here, okay? So this is an easy switch. But instead, and by the way, I'm sorry, and then this player gets underneath and is just battling for real estate, battling for real estate, battling for real estate immediately. But you know, again, you run this drop coverage, it's such trash. Are you getting beat? Where are you getting beat? Right now, you should be stepping up and bringing him this way, right into a gap defender. This player's man's all the way over here. If I'm up immediately, sending him this way, there's no place to go. I can stunt, and then I can recover to my man all the way out here. Okay? But instead, you don't get up. You let yourself get beat away from the gap help, and it's a layup. Let's talk about doubling the post here. Okay? The ball's in the post right now. Okay? So Kevin Love's job is to not let himself get beat baseline. Okay? You want to bring him to the middle of the floor. Okay? I could dig. I could drop here. Okay? And dig. So now I can dig and recover where I don't have to move. Okay? Or I can double. Again, double. Rotate. This player's rotation is just here. This player's rotation's here. And then you fall onto this last Wizards player here. So dig, double, and rotate. Don't get beat baseline, which is what happens. And it's a goaltending and 2 points for Washington. Okay, so this is I guess you're dropping higher. I don't really understand what this is, but again, it's a wide open three on a pick and pop. So again, let's take a look at switching. Okay, so this player's immediately up, this player's immediately under. Okay, and then what? Then I can just, again, angle this player this way, right into gap help. There's no place to go. So I'm immediately up, cutting off this player's dribble, this player's immediately under, okay? And then I'm sending right into him into the gap help. But I don't know what this is, and you give up a wide open three. Okay, again with drop coverage. So you're just giving Bradley Beal the lane. He's going to snake dribble and jumper. Okay, so there's nothing else to do here other than the fact, look where this ball screen is set, at half court. So get up, jam the screener with your body, show your hands, and go under. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. Okay? Let's say you want to switch. Okay? You don't want to, for some reason, you don't want to do it. Okay? Again, Bradley Beal's coming this way. Send him right into this gap defender right here then. Okay? If you want to switch. Here, with this ball screen set so high, I am jamming and I am going under. But again, instead, let's be in drop coverage, which has been a disaster all night because it's a terrible ball screen defensive scheme, and you give up 2 points. Okay, so again, look at all the ways they toy with you with your stupid drop coverage. Look what they're going to do. They're going to set one screen here and then a second screen on the big dropping, so now Bradley Beal's just going to go right to the rim for a layup. Okay, so again, let's talk about switching. So if you switch this, they're not going to set a second screen. If they do, cool. Kevin Love switches. It's going to turn into an ISO for Brad Beal. Okay, and again, ISOs are so easy to double and rotate out of. Okay, so this player steps up here and switches. This player's down. You battle for real estate. You battle for real estate. Okay, and let's say this player clears to that side of the floor. Okay, again, it's just all you got to do is this player comes over and doubles. You want to send him to the middle of the floor, and then let's say this player's over here. This player's over here. Then this player immediately rotates on the airtime of that pass. Okay, let's say this player rolls down with, and this player's there too, okay? Then this player rotates there, then this player rotates up, okay? And then the man that went to double right here just falls onto the last Wizards player right down there, okay? So, cool. Switch this big and let them isolate. We can easily double and rotate out of an isolation, okay? But instead, you're in drop coverage and you give up a layup. You can't sag when you switch. Look at right here. Look at how this player's sagging. See this sagging? Right here. You got to be, when this player comes off the screen, boom, ready to guard. Okay? And there's no airspace whatsoever. You're sending him to the middle of the floor, but look at this. Instead of sagging, you're up, showing your hands with your body, but you're up. So this player has to just come a little bit more out, and now this player can stunt without moving and easily recover. Okay? But you sag, so now there's no gap help, and it's going to let him go right to the rim for two. Where are you getting beat? This is unbelievable. Get up. Send him this way. There's no place for him to go. Nah, let's go away from the gap help, draw help at the rim, and now the defense is scrambling, and it leads to an easy layup. First, you got to defend this down screen, okay? Stop. This player needs to be attached and showing. So this player has to go out, and this player can chase through. Look what happens when you don't defend the down screen. You're screwed. Look at this separation here. Okay, so again, let's pretend for a second like the Cavs defended this down screen the way they're supposed to. Now this chase happens, and this player's much closer here. All right? Let's say that we switch this screen right here. Okay, here's your ball screen right here. You're switching. This player's under, jamming for real estate, etc. Okay, again, don't sag on your switch. Get up. Okay, and I got choices. I can send him here. Double gap defender. I can reverse course and send him here. Another gap defender. Okay? So why wouldn't you, first of all, defend the down screen the right way, and then just switch, and then you can send him into gap help, which is on both sides of the floor. But instead, you're in drop coverage, so wide open three. Don't cheat the screen early. Just stay guarding him one-on-one. If he comes off the screen, our ball screen defensive execution will be just fine. But instead, you lean towards the screen. See how you're leaning towards the screen. So now this player just refuses it, and it's a wide open three. Stop getting beat away from gap help. Look at this right here, okay? If you're just up, okay, you're up and you're just saying this player's only going this way. Look, I got a gap defender here, and then look at this. I got another gap defender right here. Why am I letting myself get beat this way? Force him right into where you have other defensive players right here, okay? But you get beat away from your gap help, and now it's straight to the rim for two. So you switch this ball screen. This is okay, stop. First of all, this player needs to immediately get underneath. Okay? Look what happens. So if you're immediately underneath, right there, stop. Okay? So now you're immediately underneath. You're in the gaps, right? Wide stance, back to the baseline, seeing ball, seeing man. Now look. Now I'm cutting this player's dribble off, sending him right here, and that's the end. There's no place for him to go, right? Stunt, recover. But instead, again, you get beat away from where that player is, and now Bradley Beal's got you right where he wants you, and look what happens. Because this player has to come double at the rim, now look, now this player's got to help the helper, so there's nobody to box out his man, and it's just going to lead to an easy offensive rebound and then a two-shot foul for Washington. Defend the down screen, please. Here's the down screen off the baseline out of bounds. You got to come over here and show. Okay, so Bradley Beal's, you show with your hands out. So Bradley Beal's got to come out, and this chase can happen. Look what happens. You don't show, so Bradley Beal's curling right off this, and now this player's behind him. Now Bradley Beal can do whatever he wants. He's in the lane, draws help, and it's an easy two. Don't get back to random spots on the floor in transition. You get back to bodies. Stop, okay? So what's going on right here, okay? Who's guarding who? You got to communicate. So I got this player, you got this player, or I got this player, you got this. Somewhere When there's no communication, this happens. Nobody takes that man, and it's a 2-shot foul. In transition, you got to communicate. You don't get back to random spots on the floor. Look at this Cavs player. Just at a random spot on the floor. Go find a body. Either you take this player, or this player takes this player. Or this player takes this player, you take this player. You got to communicate. And you can't get to a random spot on the floor. But instead, you're just standing in a random spot on the floor, so now they have an open corner 3.